Jai Hind to all. This is Chelsi Sen, Assistant Professor in IT Department, AKGC, Ghaziabad. Today we are going to discuss the topic of the PME. We are going to discuss about the project management, how we can manage the project in the entrepreneurship series. Now, today we are going to discuss about the various contents like what is project management, what is the meaning of project management, what is the various scope, what is the importance, and what is the role of the project management. In the project management life cycle, we are having a life cycle in which we are going to discuss about the appraisal, how we can prepare the real project, how we can prepare the reports, feasibility report, and how it contains the technical appraisal and the environment appraisal. So these are the following contents we are going to discuss today. So in the series of PME, we have already discussed about the entrepreneurship, what is entrepreneurship, how the entrepreneur works, and how they are going to make the projects. So how they are going to make the projects, how they identify the projects. Today we are going to discuss about that. So first of all, discuss what is the project, what type of project we are talking about. In this project can be defined as a specific, which is the finite set of activity that produce the observable and measurable results under the certain preset requirements. For example, it can be a project, can be a technical project, it can be a hardware project, it can be a production project. So it can be differ to the various departments. So it is an planned activities which is carried out to meet the certain objectives. Like we can make a software, that is our objective. We are defining any problem, we are solving the problem to create as a project. So that is our objective. So it is a planned activities to meet our objectives, to provide the solution for our problem. So that is how the project is defined, and the project is prepared in a very specific and a very finite set of activity. It can't be increased to the very long time. So it should be very specific in a particular time. So project is a temporary endeavor to create a unique product services. Each and every organization try to develop a unique products or unique services, so that their main objective is to increase the market needs. So this is how the project planning is done and how the project is selected. So project is a great opportunity for the various organizations, for the individual persons to achieve their business and their non-business objectives more efficiently through the implementing the changes, or to through solving the problems of a through the in the real life. So this is a very big opportunity for each and every organizations. So this is how the project is going to be built. We have seen the various projects in the colleges, we have seen the projects in the various departments like the production department, management department, civil department. Means in each and every uh, organization, they are the roles of a projects, the how they are going to develop, and how they are the various requirements and the characteristics of the projects. We are going to discuss it today. Now, if I'm talking about the project, what is the project and what are the characteristics of the projects and how we can develop the project. So this is how we have to see that what is required for the project. So first of all, for the project development or for the management of a project development, we should know that there is a requirement of a planning. We should plan how our project should be developed, what is the problem statement, what is the solution for that. So these are the three things we have to discuss. First of all, what the things is going right now, how we can develop the business plan for the particular projects, and where we have to do that particular planning, and how we can get that particular planning. So this is how the project is done. We have to discuss, we have to keep in mind that what are the problems right now and how we can solve the particular problem, and where we can implement this particular project. So this is the planning part where we can be implementing into the future, because it is a task of a future only, that we are going to develop the task of a particular projects. Now the next thing is, we have to define the time span for the particular project implementation. So we should have a predetermined time span to develop that particular project. Now, how we can develop the project, how we can define the particular time, in how much time we can build that particular project. So this is the first, again, the characteristics we should know that. Then projects is a non-routine task. Tasks are evolved, means they are the various tasks which is not scheduled in the particular organization. We have to develop the projects according to the our requirements. So it is a work which is carried out for the someone or for the other than the yourself. Okay, so we are creating the projects for the others. Now there are the various constraints, like resources are required, what type of resources are required. For example, if in the manufacturing company or a production company, what are the resources are required? For example, we require the labor cost, we require the material, we require the various of the constants. So these are the requirement we have to discuss it very firstly. What are the resources are required, or what are the constants we needed. Then we have to solve the problem, like we should have a specific objective, that what kind of thing are we are going to build. For example, again, for the manufacturing company or for building a software thing, we have to keep in mind what is our objective, is what is our problem, and how we can solve this particular problem through develop any product or a services. So we should know about the specific objects, and we should know that what are the product or the services we are going to be built, what is the outcome, what is the last outcome of our project. So it can be large, it can be a complex. There are the various phases involved in the particular projects, how we can build the things. For example, we should we have already discussed in the software engineering part, that we just develop the projects in the planning part. Then we used to study the feasible study. Then there are the various phases involved in the particular project management. So we will going to discuss in the further slides. Now, first task of the project management is a project identification. How you can identify the particular project, how you can initiate the particular project. So this is the first task we have to do, that is the project identification. Project identification is nothing but we have to identify some real-time problem, or any person who is not able to manage the things into the real time. Okay, to convert that particular problem into the software or the manufacturing part or the production part, we are identifying a problem and we are giving a solution, and we are taking as an opportunity. So project identification is the process in which we are initiating a phase of a project life cycles, where we are identifying the need, we are identifying any problem, or we are taking it as an opportunity to solve that particular problem. So once the project is identified, once the problem is identified, we are going to, our objective is defined, our objective is clear, that what we have to do. So this is how we are doing. We are defining initially, documenting that particular objective into a documentation parts. This is how we are defining the project. So this is the identification part, where we are identifying a problem, or what is the requirement of a particular organization or a clients. Whatever the requirement of the clients, for example, we are having, we are developing a project for them. So we are taking as a need. It can be a need, it can be a problem, or it can be an opportunity to create the new things. Now, there are the various constants of the project planning. It can be for achieving a business, or it can be for the businesses to achieve their aims and the objective. So it can be a business purposes, where we are creating our aims and the objectives. We are creating our goals and the objectives. Then constants may be internal or an external. Constants means we are, what are the resources requirement, how we can deal the project with the various constants. So in the internal constants, what we have to do, we have to control the business. Okay, so this is the usually a internal constants, where we are controlling the business part. In the external constants, we are it is an outside part of a business, so which is difficult to control. We can't able to manage that particular constant. So there are various factors involved in this particular constants to solve these aims and the objectives. So now just discuss about the project life cycle. It is a step-by-step process in through which we are managing our projects. Like in any company, any organization, they are the limited period of time. There's a limited period of time span, and the money, how we can decide that particular amount. So we are going to discuss about the project lifestyle. So this is a short activity and how we can implement this project implementation part. So just discuss about the project life cycles. We had already discussed in the various previous class of mine that the software engineering concept, they are the various life cycle parts where we are developing the software. So it is like a similar thing like a project life cycle. What we are going to do over here, in the software life cycle, we are used to identify the problem and we are creating the implementation part through the various steps. Over here also we are going to do the same task to define the we are defining the various stages of the project where we are going to develop the projects. So let's discuss about this. So a project is not a one shot activity, or it is a it has to be have a limited time span in which we have to create the particular project. So project life cycle is spread over a period of a time in which we can create the complex problems, we can create the complex activities, we have to do the certain plannings, we have to study the feasible study, and we have the different activities to develop that particular project. Now let's discuss about the various stages of a life of a project. Means what are the different ages, means where's the project is defined, first the initiation part, then the execution part, then how we transfer the projects to the another person. So this is the lifespan of a project. So these are the we are going to discuss about the various stages. These are the various stages, or these are the various phases in which we are going to discuss the different life cycle process. So in the very first concept, we are having a phase 1 in which we are deciding the concept. What is our concept? What is our objective? What is our identification? What we have to do. This is the first part of our project life cycle. It is a very important part, in which what we are going to do, we used to gather the data, how we can gather the data, how we can communicate to the other person, what is the requirement of the client, what is the requirement of any organization, what is the problem. So from over here we are collecting a data, we are gathering the data. Then the second task is identifying the need. Whenever we are creating the project, we are having a concept behind that. So what is, we have to identify what is the need, why we are creating this particular project, what is the objective of that particular project. So we have to identify the needs, we have to identify the goals, how we can implement that particular thing, or where we have to stand that. So these are the goals. Then we are going to discuss about the practicality. Practicality means, is this project, whatever we are thinking, whatever we are identifying, whatever data we have collected, is this is a feasible concept or not. So this is how we are implementing, we are collecting the concept, is it feasible or not. So we are going to discuss over here the practicability, whether it is able to complete or not, whether it will complete in the particular time span or not. So we are going to discuss each and everything as in mind, as a concept. What are the concept behind this particular project to create that particular thing. Now, then we are having a economics. We can discuss about the budget. We can discuss about the how much amount of the can be provided in the particular projects. What are the resources required? Resources means the it can be a labor process, it can be a material, it can be a tools for the software times. What are the tools are requirement? So these are the things which will come into the resources. We will discuss about the various strategies. What are the strategies will be involved in the particular concept, what we will be going to do in the particular development of a project life cycle. So these is the first phase in which we are creating a concept in our mind, that how we can develop the particular project and what are the risks involved in this particular thing. These are the various. Then we at last we are finally approval. If it is approved, then we are going to going into the particular next phase in which we are going to develop the projects. in which we are taking this particular project into the technical mode, how we can include the things, how we can execute that particular thing. So this is how the development phase and include. So in the development phase, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss about the feasibility. Means whatever data we have collected in the concept part, whatever risk we have studied, we will identify whether it will be feasible or not, whether our objective is clear or not. Okay, so we are creating a program schematics, how we are going to create the programs, how we are going to outline our projects. So this is how the things are work. Then we are going to do the sketches, we are going to do the outline. For example, if we are creating any website, so we are going to create a module for that, how our logo will be there, where our designing part will be there. So all the sketches or outline part will be done over here. Then we are having a resources team. What are the team will be there, who will be involving in which team, who are going to do the various tasks. So this is also the part of a development. What is the schedule will be there, what is the budget, what is the cash flow, financing. These are the development phase of part, whether we have to opt this project or not. This is the development phase where we are going to give the decision to the organization or any client that whether we are going to create this project or not. So for that, we should go or not go, we should go with this project or not, we have to decide. It is a decision making stage, we can say that. Then if we are going with that particular project, then we have to do the execution part. That is the third phase. That is the third phase where we are going to execute the things, we are going to implement the things, we are going to do the technical requirements. What is the technical requirements, how we can build the particular technical things. This is the execution part, in which we are mobilize a team. For example, testing team will be there, development team will be there, execution team will be there. So these are the various teams we are going to mobilize, and we are going to do the planning and the scheduling, that in how much time the particular persons can do the particular task. Then we are having a particular technical requirements, means how much software is required, what is the hardware requirement, what are the technical, functional, non-functional requirements of the projects. We have to discuss over here, and we have to work on that particular thing to implement our project. Then work packages, what is the detailed design. Over here we have just created a scratch design, then we have to do the detailed designs. Then the procurement, execution part, resolving the issues, what is the progress monitoring process, whether the teams are doing the work properly or not. These are the things over here. So this is how we are going to do the deliver facility, we are going to provide them the reports too. Then assembling all the things, then transfer to the particular person. This is the last step where we are going to do the transfer steps. The main problem or the level of efforts requirements, the mostly in the execution part. Over here, most of the efforts is required over here. Means whatever the task we have to do, level of the total efforts should be maximum at the execution part. Means all the efforts should be needed over here only. Then when we go to the phase 4, it goes on decreasing, as we have some of the things over there. Then over here we have done the third phase, execution part, where we have to give our most of the efforts, maximum efforts. Then we are going to go to the transfer step, that is the phase 4. Over here what we are going to do, we are assembling all the things, we are assembling all the startup team, we are assembling all the working team or the training team. So we are over here, we are transferring to the particular organization or the clients, where they can do the all the system can be finalized over there. So this is here assembling the startup teams. Then we are going to the training part. Then we are finalizing the things, we are testing all the system, whatever we have built, whatever we have developed, we are doing the finalization of that particular systems or the services. Then we are doing the transfer responsibility, that how the project or a software we have built, whatever the project we have built, is it working or not, what is the we have to give to the particular person or the organization. Then we have settled all the accounts, whatever the amount is requirement, whatever the cash flow, budgets, resources team, we have to manage all that things. Then we have reviewed the project. This is the most important. We have to review the project, whether the project we have built, we have built it the correctly or not. The review is done by the various testing team, reviewer team. So they will give the reassign the various tasks to the remaining team. Then archive all the lessons, close all the records, then deliver the final reports. Okay, so this is how the project life cycle works, and these are the various steps where we can do our planning of the projects, concepts, development, execution, and transfer. This is how we can manage the project life cycle through the project management. So project scope can be a where the project can be go. So it is a defined part where the project planning includes whether we are figuring out whether this documenting part is feasible or not for the future purpose. So over here we are discussing about the future, where our projects can be go, how we can it can be benefit to the society, it can be benefit to the team, how we can do the decision making component of the particular project, where we are whether if it will be feasible for the future time, then only we can work for this particular project. So this is the good chance where we have heard that the term project scope is a quite a few. It's a probably the most decisive component of the successful project management. So here we are going to discuss about the various features and what are the requirements. So over that according to that only we have to decide the whether the project is feasible or not, whether we have to opt for the project or not. So it is for the scope of the project, it is a tangible objective of our organization for undertaking that particular project. This is the internal scope of the project. So it will play a vital role how the project methodologies are applied to complete it. So after completing the life cycle, we have to define the project future scope so that we can easily build the particular task. So this is how we can do the project management and what we can do for the planning for the project scopes. Thank you, Jain. We will discuss more about this in the next lecture.